Do you want to be comfortable or do you want to be profitable? Which one do you want? Because sometimes being profitable, making more money, or seeing your project bear the fruit, if it's something other than money, right? Seeing your profit and your return on your investment can call up the need and necessity for you to get a little bit out of your comfort zone. And last week we spoke about this, right? But we need to double down on this essential choice. You need to make a decision today and recommit to that decision of what are you willing to be right now to get what you want. Are you willing to be comfortable only or profitable? Sensei Victoria Whitfield here, your journey partner in business. This is your business energy flow forecast of the week. The design of these is for you to watch it during your morning mindset session, right? Set your mind right for the day. Forecast. Cast your perspective for positivity and strength, courage in the face of life, right? Cast it before you go into the day. That's why it's called a forecast, so that you're in alignment with abundance flowing to and through you. This is all about increasing your energy level so that you can increase your income and impact. And you can find me at strategicmeditation.com. So I know my viewers, as soon as I say something or something, rebel, you're going to come in and say, well, why can't I have both? I can be comfortable and profitable, Victoria. I know. And if you're already profitable and you're enjoying your comfort, go ahead and turn this video off, right? If you're done, you don't need to sit around for the rest of the lesson. You know, we're good. We're good. This one's not for you. Sit back or forward this to the friend of yours then who hasn't really gotten to the level of profitability that they like, and they're frustrated with it. And they wish things were easier. And instead of taking action, they go cleaning. Or instead of taking action, they go scrolling and then doom scrolling at like 3 a.m. through social media. I can't stop looking at cat videos. Can't stop. Right? Or just scrolling through all of the emails. Send that to that friend. Maybe this isn't for you, right? For all my rebels who are like, yeah, I can be comfortable and profitable. Cool. This one is for those of us who know that we are not doing the things that we should be doing. We know that we are seeking out the whole bag of chips, the whole bag of chocolate covered pretzels instead of giving our digestive tracts a break. No, it's the comfort of taste and deliciousness, right? That's going to help you lose the weight and lower your blood pressure and cholesterol and stop you from working into an early grave. As a lifelong emotional eater who comes from a family of emotional eaters, I can tell you that this is a journey. It's an ongoing journey. And yeah, I have to renew my vows to say like, no, I want to see the needle move forward. And so I'm going to tell that bag of chocolate pretzels at Trader Joe's, you're not food. I'm not buying you. And I'll just walk on by. Thank you for existing in the world. God bless. Bye, pretzel. It doesn't have to go into my body to be lovely. It's what I'm working towards is not being made of chocolate pretzels. I'm working towards being healthy and strong. Why? Because I never got to meet my maternal grandfather. because he dropped dead at work at 51 years old, leaving his 3 daughters orphaned. Because he wanted to be the best lumberyard district sales manager. And he was. And he died. And they were left alone. I never got to meet him. I only heard amazing stories about him. But if he could just pause powerfully, right? If he could just take a moment to be more health-wise profitable, maybe I could have met him and learned from him. But here we are, right? Why are you choosing to get out of your comfort zone? Is your purpose bigger than your pain? We looked at that last week a little bit, but let's continue our journey, because this is all about making sure that you stay on the track of the purpose of the higher calling that is beating in your soul, throbbing your soul to life. We don't want to deny it anymore. And sometimes spirit requires you to step outside of your comfort zone. Let's look to history. What does history have for us? We're continuing our lovely multi-month study of Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And today's excerpt on what could support us in choosing profitability and progress instead of comfort and the cravings. What's going to support us in it? And it's this from the persistence chapter. Take your own persistence inventory. Before leaving the subject of persistence, take inventory of yourself and determine in what particular, if any, you are lacking in this essential quality, being persistence. Measure yourself courageously. Write that down. I measure myself courageously. Point by point, and see how many of the 8 factors of persistence you lack. The analysis may lead to discoveries that give you a new grip on yourself. Here you will find the real enemies that stand between you and noteworthy achievement. Here you will find not only the symptoms indicating weakness of persistence, but also the deeply seated subconscious causes of this weakness. Study this list carefully and face yourself squarely if you really wish to know who you are and what you are capable of doing. These are the weaknesses that must be mastered by all who accumulate riches. The following is a 16-point list. Here we go. Number 1, failure to recognize. Okay, hold on. Pause. Just answer yes or no if this is you to the next 16 points. Number 1, failure to recognize and to define clearly exactly what one wants. Number 2, procrastination, with or without a cause, usually backed up with a formidable array of alibis and excuses. Just answer yes or no. Are you guilty of these? Number 3, lack of interest in acquiring specialized knowledge. Number 4, indecision, the habit of passing the buck on all occasions instead of facing issues squarely, also backed by alibis. Number 5, the habit of relying upon alibis instead of creating definite plans for the solution of problems. Are you guilty of this? Number 6, self-satisfaction. There is but little remedy for this affliction and no hope for those who suffer from it. Are you just like, I'm good? Why do anything? I'm good. Number 7, indifference, usually reflected in one's readiness to compromise on all occasions. Rather than meet opposition and fight it, I would just slide in that to number 7, people pleasing. Number 8, the habit of blaming others for one's mistakes and accepting unfavorable circumstances as unavoidable. Number 9, weakness of desire due to neglect in the choice of motives that impel action. Number 10, willingness or even eagerness to quit at the first sign of defeat, based upon one or more of the 6 basic fears that he lists in another chapter. 11, lack of organized plans placed in writing where they may be analyzed. Are you guilty of these? Number 12, the habit of neglecting to move on ideas or to grasp opportunity when it presents itself. Number 13, wishing instead of willing. Number 14, are you guilty of this? The habit of compromising with poverty instead of aiming at riches. General absence of ambition to be, to do, to own. Number 15, searching for all the shortcuts to riches, trying to get without giving a fair equivalent, usually reflecting the habit of gambling, endeavoring to drive sharp bargains. Are you guilty of these? Number 16, fear of criticism, failure to create plans and to put them into action because of what other people will think, do, or say. This enemy belongs at the head of the list because it generally exists in one's subconscious mind where its presence is not recognized. The 16 weaknesses from the chapter on persistence. Tying this back to, do you want to be comfortable or do you want to be profitable? If we are guilty of the 16 weaknesses or any number of them, it's because we're choosing comfort. When I'm working with my private clients over the years, many of whom are watching, we may have had this conversation around, do you want comfort or do you want clarity? Because there's only 2 types of people in the world. People who are going for comfort and people who are going for clarity, right? And so when you make decisions in your business, when you make decisions in your relationship, when you make decisions in your body, when you make decisions about your finances, when you make decisions about your food, what's the motive? Is it I'm seeking comfort or I'm seeking clarity? I'm especially linking clarity in this conversation to being profitable, however, because I don't just want you to be clear, I want you to make progress. I want you to see the return on the energy that you have invested, right? What is your motive? And are you willing to take an inventory of, as my very first spiritual teacher, Joanne Manzella, amazing, once said to me, the pattern in me that is creating this situation. What is the pattern in me that is creating this situation? But okay, what if it's not just a pattern in me that is causing me to orient towards comfort instead of orienting towards clarity, profitability, and progress? What if it's not just me? What if it's something in the environment that is reinforcing me resting back on my laurels, not trying that hard, and even embracing numbing and dumbing myself down? This is where we turn to science. Back to AI we go with nature.com, an article from nature.com, impact of artificial intelligence on human loss in decision-making, laziness, and safety in education. This is nature.com. This is a journal. This is a scholarly journal entry, right? From 2023, so very recently. This study examines the impact of artificial intelligence on loss in decision-making, laziness, and privacy concerns among university students in Pakistan and China. Like other sectors, education also adopts AI technologies to address modern-day challenges. AI investment will grow to USD 253.82 million from 2021 to 2025. That is such a lowball figure. However, worryingly, researchers and institutions across the globe are praising the positive role of AI, but ignoring its concerns. This study is based on qualitative methodology using PLS Smart for the data analysis, Primary data was collected from 285 students from different universities in Pakistan and China. The purposive sampling technique was used to draw the sample from the population. The data analysis findings show that AI significantly impacts the loss of human decision-making and makes humans lazy. It also impacts security and privacy. The findings show that 68.9% of laziness in humans, a 68.6% in personal privacy and security issues, and 27.7% in the loss of decision-making are due to the impact of artificial intelligence in Pakistani and Chinese society. From this, it was observed that human laziness is the most affected area due to AI. However, the study argues that significant preventative measures are necessary before implementing AI technology in education. Accepting AI without addressing the major human concerns would be like summoning the devils. Concentrating on justified designing and deploying and using of AI for education is recommended to address the issue. Getting back to comfort versus profitability. So, okay, AI is a wonderful example and its implementation in the education sector in particular. Shout out to all my college and high school students out there who are using ChatGPT to go ahead and write their essays and their emails and their assignments and their resumes and their, laziness. Oh, thanks, AI. Yes! I don't have to work that hard. Here's the thing, though. What about your progress, your profitability, your ability to progress? Without that crutch, that handicap, that popular AI handicap of ChatGPT in particular, can you write excellently without a phone, without your laptop, desktop, tablet, or watch? Can you write eloquently? I remember reading even there are less and less students who can even write in cursive now, right? This is serious. There's now an environmental factor that is pulling us in, right? The adoption of AI and how it makes everything easier. What are you orienting towards? Comfort or clarity? Do you want to just be comfortable? Or do you want to be profitable? Do you want to see the progress that you are making? So there's the data that comes from the machine learning and the machine is making progress. And there's the data that comes from without the machine. You take the progress and the wisdom with you. You don't need no internet, no Wi-Fi, no nada in order to be wise and articulate. What about that progress, the one that's inside of you and that you take with you? We lose the ownership of our power when we hot potato the work over to the machine. But again, students especially, I used to be one, we will find a way to do the minimum amount possible. Right? Just because that's the project. That's the real homework, is how can I do as little as possible and get the best grade? There's a loss of the ownership of that power when we do that. And so this brings us to our card of the week, which is what to look out for, who we are being especially. 5 of water. 5 of water. Things not turning out the way you'd hope, not seeing the positive in a situation, crying over spilled milk. Things may not have turned out the way you expected. Be careful not to focus too much on the negative, as there's a positive in every situation. You may be missing the silver lining. Fighting or trying to ignore change doesn't serve you. Instead, have faith that everything happens for a reason. It's healthy to grieve what has been lost and take the time to heal. Reach out to friends, family, and wise counselors for support and comfort. Additional meanings of this card: sadness, the end of a relationship, wishing you could change the past, obsession, crying over spilled milk. So what we need to watch out for, and this is right side up, so this is, you already know, you just need to be reminded. How you feel matters. And your feelings are going to be a bit potent this day, this week. And how you deal with your feelings will determine whether you are just being comfortable or if you're actually being profitable and making progress. Today in particular, we must embrace solutions for dealing with profitability, for dealing well with remaining clear. What are you going to do to ensure that you keep orienting to your clarity? That when faced with the comfort food, or faced with the comfort glass of wine, or faced with the comfort shopping, right? Or faced with the comfort of just slapping it in chat GPT and being like, well, you know, no need to fact check that. What are you going to do to help you reorient? Because the feelings, right? Number 5 means change. Water means feeling. You're going to have a lot of feelings today. How are you going to reorient yourself so that you continue to aim towards clarity, profitability, and progress? Your action step of the day, as always, is strategic meditation, which is a wonderful tool to help you reset, recalibrate, and refocus on staying clear and moving forward. What you're going to do is you're going to log into Our Skool App platform and do the Crystal Springs Resort Night Meditation. So when you log in, there's the search bar right at the top of the screen on Our Skool platform. And so you type in that Crystal Springs Resort Night Meditation. It's just under 15 minutes. And so what this is going to do is bring you into that inner peaceful space, that crystal clarity, that deep silence of the night, even if it's in the middle of the day, so that you can reset, refocus, and get back in the game. So go ahead, comment below what's coming up for you hearing all of this. Make sure you hit the share button to send this to someone who needs this message, comfort versus profitability, today in particular. Mwah, I'm sending you so much love. Click the link in the description for all the links to the articles, to hop on school, to get the merch, whatever's calling to you. It's there in the description. I'm sending you so much love, and remember, you do not have to lose your glow as you grow in life and business. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.